those areas. I let Sensodyne because it works.
I can't pick them up. They're sliding all over the pan.
And she said you were driving to Alabama to see Lacey.
It feels good to be her. It feels good to Geico.
You are dressed for success. I look like the whole damn red light district. I ain't had nothing like this on since I was on that pole.
Hi guys, sorry for not doing an intro, but we've been kind of busy clearly. So we did Christmas themed night last night, like we did it like a whole thing. And then we went to Goodwill. I got that little cherub and I put it, I don't know if you can see it, on that little stand back there next to where the Eiffel Tower is, that little mini organizer. And then now I'm making potato soup for dinner. So I hope you enjoy this vlog because I'm basically just filming like all the winter stuff. And then I'm not sure what the next video is going to be before Christmas. We'll see. So anyway, have fun with me. So first we cut the potatoes into little square rectangle-y pieces. Some are little triangles, but now I have to wash the potatoes. So I'm going to put them in this little colander and I'm going to clean them, and then I'm going to put them on the stove and boil them till they're soft. So I use about 10 to 12 potatoes because potatoes cook up. And what that means is they shrink. So let me turn this on 8 and we just let it boil. Now it's ready. just finished addressing some Stevie Friends stuff, and I'm gonna send it in the mail this week. Wow, I look like the grandma in Addams Family, to be honest, today. But I need to get up. Last night I went to rehearsal. The post-concert blues were just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, if you know, you know. And I was like, no, I have my own band. I gotta get up. I have things to do. So I went to practice. And it was okay. It was fun. The new practice room was lovely. It's so nice to have like a clean toilet, a room where there's not like broken tile on the floor where you don't feel like you're gonna get herpes walking in the room. That's what I told the band it was like, and they were like, that's funny. So it was nice to be in a clean environment, a nice environment. And I have to go to the laundromat today. I don't feel like it because I had a migraine last night, and I ended up taking the pills that they gave me for my Nurtec pill. It like dissolves under your tongue. And I went to sleep, and I slept for like 10 hours, I think. I felt terrible last night. But it wasn't anything to do with band practice. It's something I just go through. So anyway, I'm just feeling drained from having a migraine last night. But I need to get up and get my face on and take care of some things before I go to the laundromat. I literally thought I was filming. I didn't film jack anything. Wow. So I just put my under eye cream on. I'm gonna do a little self-care. Now the animals are taken care of. Of course, I'll have to take Zeus out one more time before I get all the freaking dirty laundry out. My life has been so stressful lately. I think that's what's triggering my migraines, on top of just like female stuff. But anyway, this is my tried and true. Clearly, it's Yerba Mate under eye gel. I need to get some more. I love this stuff. I go through tubes and tubes of this stuff. It's the best. And then I'm gonna take a cotton ball, and I'm gonna put some witch hazel on my face, and when that dries, I'm gonna put on my toner. I'm gonna eat something, and then I'll take Zeus back out before I put my face on, get the dirty laundry all ready, the hangers, the detergent, all of the things. So I hate going to the laundromat. I hate it. Hate it.
City water that comes to my house, and I think of it as being.
Okay, so now I have to pack up the laundry, but I gotta brush my teeth first. My mom called, so I talked to her for a little while because I didn't really get to talk to her much yesterday. My necklaces are tangled. Anyway, I guess I'll just have to fix that in a minute. What I was gonna say is, before I go do all these things I need to go do, I finished that moon journal that I showed you guys a bazillion times. That's mine. I just haven't had a chance to finish gluing all of the pictures in I want to glue because we still don't have a printer. I mean, and the local library is down because they're doing a remodel, so I can't go there. And yeah, so right now it's finished. It's all written to the end, from the beginning to the end, no pages ripped out. I don't do that kind of thing because I just don't want to waste money that, you know, it doesn't grow on trees. So, I mean, it does, but you know what I mean. So I started this one, and somebody said, don't you want it to last until Valentine's Day? Again, I'm not one of those people that's like, okay, I'm only going to keep this from this time to this time, and I'm all rip and glue pages, and I don't know, I feel like it's a waste of money. So I mean, not hating on anybody that does, to each their own. If you can afford to just keep buying a bunch of stuff, like, more power to you, but I can't, so I don't. So I keep every page for the most part, unless it breaks. So this will last like probably 3 or 4 months, and it's December, and I just started it the other day, like on the, What day was that? The 6th. I started it on the 6th. So December, January, February. It'll probably last until like March or April, something like that. So it'll go through Valentine's Day. And then I'll start another one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use next, to be honest. I just got a few new journals from a friend, and I might use one of those instead, because I know that Stevie said she's going to put out an album next summer, and so it'll probably be one of these that I use. So, because I like to keep my Stevie stuff in either a Moon journal if I don't have another Stevie one, or a Stevie journal if I don't have a Moon one. So that's just kind of what I do. And when she's not doing anything, just like the tour, you know, I went on my tour date, and then like not even a week later, my journal was finished. So I kept it for months, and I knew that it would probably last me until after the concert anyway. So I finished it, and I know that she's probably, as far as I know, like, do I base my life around her music? Probably. Well, I can't talk. Probably, because I just enjoy going to all the shows, and I have since I was a kid, basically, so it's just been a part of my life. I enjoy it, the concerts, the music, and so it's just fun for me. And if I had that kind of money, I would definitely probably go to more than one tour date a year, and, you know, I would just kind of like enjoy the tour with some friends and with Jess, and just kind of like live this crazy life that, you know, just sounds fun, and a lot of people do. So but I can't, so I don't, you know, I try to live within my means if possible. And so I have my own life and stuff going on in my own band and all of that good stuff, so that keeps me busy. And so I don't always have a Moon or a Stevie journal. I have little cutesy ones and ones that people gift me and stuff like that, so I keep those when I'm not doing the music thing, and or if I'm just doing the music thing, I guess, for myself, if that makes sense. I'm rambling at this point. I have things to do, so I will catch you soon in the next clip, whenever that is. Let me tell you how I'm ready to never come back to this laundromat ever again. So I didn't vlog at all yesterday. Yesterday was so stressful, to be completely honest. I got my birthday money in from a relative, but every year when I get that money, I have to run it to the bank really quick because I get a check still. And then instead of, like, you know, having like Venmo or PayPal or like whatever, Cash App, like, it's still like a paper check, so I have to run to the bank. And then it always goes to my tags on my car, which I'm really grateful for, because it's money I didn't have, and it makes it to where, like, the next following work check always goes to Christmas, so it makes it a lot easier, you know, especially when you're those kind of people who are like, Jess and I are both having health problems, and yeah, so money is like a thing. And anyway, so I was getting ready to go to the bank, and my phone started just blowing up, like, massively, like, with text messages and emails, and I was like, what is happening? Somebody, I don't know how, because I'm not a criminal, but you know, somebody reported my phone missing through insurance, which is insurance fraud, by the way, idiot. And they sent it to my email that my phone was missing, and I'm like on my phone, like, clearly my phone is not missing. And then I started blowing up with text messages with codes from like Instacart and all of these apps on somebody's phone, and I'm like, oh, what? Would you like to pay my phone bill as well? I mean, the heck. So I call a T-Mobile store because I try to call T-Mobile, who I go through, and they're like, it's a 30-minute wait. And I'm like, I have things to do. I can't just sit here on my phone, which, by the way, is not missing. So they're like, call insurance, here's the number. And I'm like, okay. This is why I get insurance on my phone. So I call the insurance place and report it as fraud. I'm like, I'm on my phone talking to you. Clearly it's not missing. This is my PIN number. This is blah, blah. This is this. This is that. I'm verifying my address to you and my name that matches up. This is my billing address. Clearly it matches where I still live. So they're, wherever they shipped their phone, because it said they're getting a new phone because they reported my phone missing. So wherever they're having it shipped to clearly doesn't match my billing address and the address I'm telling you I'm living at. So they're like, right? So they're like, okay, we're going to send it through investigations and all this stuff. So then I have to call T-Mobile and report it to them too. So I wait on the phone for a while. I just let it sit on speakerphone while I'm waiting, getting ready to leave. And they're like, thank you for letting us know. Since you called insurance and we're notating it, everything should be fine. So I have to go through all of my text messages, report it as junk and stuff, like, and stop the subscription notices to my phone number. And I'm like, for the love of everything, like, what is happening? So then I started getting text messages saying they're getting refunded. So they had to pay the remnant of what was left on my phone, and then they were going to go get the money back and get a free phone and say all this other stuff. That's the scam. And so they're getting refunded the money, which I don't think they should, honestly. Like, you try to commit fraud. Like, so anyway, it gives me the last 4 of their credit card number. Which, by the way, I don't even have that kind of credit card. Like, not that brand or whatever. And I'm like, you're an idiot. And my husband's like, because it says, you know, you misrepresented, we're refunding you whatever you just spent, we're canceling this, which I guess that my reporting, like, halted everything, thank God, so they're not getting said phone. And even if they did, they'd have to return it. And if they don't, that's stolen. So either way, they just got themselves busted and in trouble. So even if they used a credit card that was, like, not theirs, they'll be able to trace it back. And whatever address they're sending it to, they're sending it to themselves. So, like, stupid. You're about to get yourself locked up for the holidays. So you're welcome. What an idiot. Well, I spent my birthday money on tags for my car. So, happy birthday, right? Anyway, adulting. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.